I'll have a look. So I found another snow car, and this new car is going to be incredible. Yeah, man. You need old school reliability, either a small petrol engine, small diesel engine, no turbo. And it needs to be somehow adaptable, but with ease. And I still have a lot of old parts from the last car. So we found ourselves a 1.5 diesel. A 1.5 diesel 106. So at 500 quid, it's 2.5 times more than the last one. So hopefully it's as good. So what makes a good snow car? Lightweight, front wheel drive, not much power, so it's not trying to spin the wheels. You certainly don't want a turbo on there. That's just going to be instant spin. You don't want a fly-by-wire, you don't want the electrics, you don't want any kind of assistance for the driver. So ABS is a no-go, because if your car's got ABS and you drive in snow, the chances are you're going to hit something. You need a proper handbrake, and you need good heaters. Generally speaking, when we're looking for a snow car, heaters, handbrake. What else do you need? So, being hard at it this morning already, we've got, I think, 3 sets of wheels for this thing. Been shuffling about tyres, so this is one that didn't survive last winter when it was out. The rim itself is shot. Rally steels are ready to go on. We've switched a couple of those tyres around. So we've got the rally wheels to go on, and this is the size difference between them, so I put them equal on that side. The standard wheel against the 14 shows you how big that one is, and then even bigger is that one. Been giving it a big old clean. I've stripped out the back already, so the base of the seat, or rather the back of the seat, becomes the base, which keeps the inside fairly flat. I've got an old duvet to go in here to protect all the sides, just to make it a little bit more of a cushion. Left some anchor points in here as well. I've cut this down on edge so we can still use the actual switch for the interior light. The interior light plug was there, and I'm going to put an LED strip across the top on the roof, and yeah, it's coming up pretty good. I don't know if you can see this on camera. Carpets are clean. There's a little bit of a mark on one of the seats, but the interior is absolutely spot on. The last 106 had an airbag, so I'm kind of glad this one doesn't. We're on 67,000 miles. You see that? Look at that. Yeah, so the old 106. So the old 106 had an airbag, and when that went off, let's say I got lucky. I'm going to put the spare wheel behind the passenger seat, all the recovery equipment behind the driver's seat, try and keep the balance fairly equal. Tany's getting acquainted with it, are you, pups? Right, a few more things to do. Let's get busy. So I've just been looking at the GTI bumper and trying to figure out what to do with it. The insides are mounted, so you've got a bolt hole there where basically you slide into the recess on the bumper and bolt it through there. It's missing a couple of bits, but annoyingly it doesn't have it on the other side, so that would be kind of like awkward. It's annoying as well because it's probably still upstairs actually. I might have knocked it off when I pulled it out, but the piece on the outside there makes it look untidy as well, and the fact that it doesn't actually colour match when it's blue is a bit annoying. And then I was just looking at the standard bumper and I'm thinking, well, I could actually just cut this down. So on the side of the bumper underneath, you got this line all the way across, which when I've looked underneath actually is the clearance of the car anyway. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to follow it around and maybe make a nice little corner up that edge, but I'm just going to get a jigsaw out and slice all that off because, you know, why not? So I've got the couple of ropes in there. I've got first aid kit. There's a folding shovel in there, the kinetic rope, which is absolutely a lifesaver for getting big stuff out of ditches. So the plan was to film a lot of this, but because I forgot my camera, yes, I haven't filmed it. I was tempted to do stuff on my phone, but I haven't bothered. Tonight I've come down and spent quite a bit of time on the light bar, which turned up earlier today. The 1snow6 Mark II. We've cut the bumper down on the corners all the way across the bottom. It's now the same height underneath, so it's got the clearance. We have now the light bar on the front. We've got the brackets welded directly to the front cross, which just needs a bit of paint on there, but I've basically just welded them to the sides, so the light bar itself is solid, it's neat, it's tidy. The air intake, I've ordered a 60mm air filter, which I'm going to mount just behind that bit of slam panel. That'll give it some good clearance. The old one, all we did was revert it to the back and we had water over the windscreen. As long as we kept going, it wouldn't obviously run if we were sat in it, but it did work for everything I needed to. And in reality, I'm not going to give this one the same amount of abuse, just with the cost of them these days. The rally steels are sat on different size tyres front to back. It's a standard rally size 185/60s on the front, which is a standard size wheel for the rally, considerably bigger than the stock wheels. I've got 175s on the back at the minute. All the wheels for the snow missions will be 165s front and back, but the 165s I've actually got for the basically winter tread tyres are insanely tall. The profile on them I don't even know because they don't rate them the same way, but they are a lot bigger. If I go down to this side, you should be able to see the light on that one. When I put this, I put it up at the back actually, so we line that up at the back and it's basically the same size. At the front, it's miles away. We're talking like big difference, height difference as well. So that's the standard wheel. Has the arch would sit, and that is considerably bigger. So the ground clearance on the front will be better. Frustratingly, I can't get any of these tyres to go on the back, simply because I'd have to reroute the fuel pump, the actual fuel filler cap, hose, etc, etc, etc. It's just not worth bothering with at all. So what I've done is I've put a spare wheel inside, because the main thing with this type of stuff, like trial cars and things like that, the inside I've done a bit of work for. So I've cut off the bottom, the spare wheel has all disappeared. I've got the 14-inch steel inside, which is the spare. I've just given it a lick of paint. It's absolutely rough as houses. I've got the waffle boards in here, a magnetic light, so if you ever get stuck in a ditch and you need a light in any direction, that's there for you. On this side, if we have any trees down in storm season, I've got the silky saw just mounted into the back. I've got the usual stuff. I've got a couple of decent 6 meter ropes. I've got the little jack. I've got a big wheel brace that you can't lose because that's all welded up. I've got the 12-metre kinetic rope. We've got shitloads of sealant. I've got a lot of spare bulbs in there, a couple of pairs of gloves, and obviously a first aid kit, absolutely vital. High vis, and obviously a tyre inflator as well. Pretty much covered everything. Let's go. Let's have some. Go on then, you jump in. Good girl. Happy days. Loves it. All that space. Job's a good one. Right, on to the next one.